Greetings, 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 and happy Thursday. Wherever you are joining from, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or just greetings, whatever time zone you are in, whatever country you are in. I am excited to have you here on this broadcast. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson, your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, mentor, and I also deliver intuitive content as well. If you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to encourage you to do so because all of my content will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. Please connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook as well, and on TikTok, Clubhouse, and Clapper. 2 days ago, greetings from Brazil. 2 days ago, the Spirit gave me an inclination to reach out to the community and ask for topics that you would like to hear me speak on the morning live. So today is the second day that the topic I will be speaking on was submitted by one of you. So I'm so grateful for your participation and for your involvement. And this morning topic is self-worth. How can we increase it? So, yes, I am Jamaican. I am getting ready to start the discussion. My focus is on StreamYard, where I am broadcasting live onto Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So just let the people know as they come in on TikTok that I will be interacting with them over there once I close out over here. Someone said to me, I went on her live last night to show some love, and she commented that she has been on my lives in the morning and I am not acknowledging her. Just so you know, unless you show up on my TikTok before I go live on StreamYard, I will not be acknowledging you because I'm not seeing you. I'm not looking there. I come back there after I end the live on StreamYard. That's why my moderators are there to welcome you and show you some love. And those of you who have been coming for a while, whether you're officially a moderator or not, you can welcome people when they come in. So please, don't take it so personal that I don't acknowledge you, because I am a strong advocate for building relationships. So I value your support and I value your friendship. So if you want me to acknowledge you after I go live, you need to stay on and when I end on StreamYard and come back over on TikTok. All right. So yes, we talked about subscribing to the YouTube channel and tap the screen to show some likes and share the live and follow each other. The people who are new on TikTok, please put a blue heart as well as your first names and where you're joining from. When you see the green hearts, you know those folks are moderators. So be sure to follow them. If you have any questions, you can ask them and they will answer you. All right? So again, let us get into the content. Around about 6:30 or so, we will be doing the water therapy. We'll do water therapy at about 6:30, 6:35 or thereabout. When I get in the zone, sometimes the time would slip by me, but the Spirit has been doing wonderful. It has been nudging me all of this week. So this is why I changed it from 6:45 to anywhere from 6:30 to 6:45 is when we will do the water therapy. And because I'm keeping the broadcast tight at 1 hour, that's why we need to do it there. This way, the YouTube people, LinkedIn folks, and everybody will be included in the practice. So let's get this party started. Memphis, Tennessee, I see over there. So remember, please let folks know if they want me to acknowledge them, they need to stay there when I end over here. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tapping the screen, showing love. And I will come back and see what your feedback and comments are. Thank you for those of you who are here on Facebook Live with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, thanks for this topic of self-worth. It's a topic I have spoken on several times. However, this morning I am going to approach it from a different perspective, and I will be sharing Courtney Ackerman's research on self-worth and how do we increase it. All right? So let's begin. Chances are you have heard the many, many self words. There is self-esteem, self-compassion, self-acceptance, self-respect, self-confidence, self-love, self-care, and the list goes on. There are so many words to describe how we feel about ourselves, how we think about ourselves, and how we act towards ourselves. It's understandable if they all start to blend together for you. However, they are indeed different concepts with unique meanings, findings, and purposes. Read on to learn more about what may be the most vital self-concept of them all: self-worth. Self-worth. And I'm going to ask the people on Facebook, and also I'm not sure which moderator is there, but I'm all going to ask the people on TikTok too. I want you to please write in the comments section, when you hear self-worth, How do you describe self-worth? Not what the research says, not what textbook says. What does self-worth mean for you? Welcome, welcome. Those of you who are on LinkedIn and Facebook, welcome, welcome. Please go ahead and jot in the comment section for me. What does self-worth mean for you? And I am going to continue sharing this research / article. Hey, it's Manit Payson. Hello, Queen. Hello, how are you? Oh, what a blessing to see you, my sister. Self-worth for me begins with self-love. Yes, one queen on Facebook says, self-worth for her begins with self-love. And I'm going to continue sharing the information from here. And I appreciate what Queen Monique Simit Pearson share, because there are so many, especially women, who have lost the concept of self-love. And although we are speaking about self-worth this morning, Monique is right in saying it starts with self-love, because I think it was 3 weeks ago or so, I was speaking about loving yourself and appreciating yourself. Many people are vigilant in looking for life partners and spouses, and they are single because they do not love themselves. And I ask the question frequently: if you do not love yourself, you don't like your company, how on earth do you expect that someone will come in to share that life with you? You got to first enjoy your company, love yourself, in order to get others coming in. And I'm so excited that we started off with that definition, that self-worth begins with self-love. So let's continue sharing this these detailed science base will not only help you show more compassion and kindness to yourself, but will also give you tools to help you and your clients, students, and employees improve self-compassion and realize their worth. In this particular research that I am working with this morning, it will cover the meaning of self-worth and value, the psychology of self-worth, the self-worth theory, what determines self-worth, examples of healthy self-worth, how to find self-worth and value, the importance of self-worth, the risk of trying your self-worth, the self-worth scale, developing self-worth, So those are some of the areas that this research, and because it is a lengthy research, I'm going to be sharing section of it. At the end, I can tell you where to find the research in case you want to continue exploring on your own. All right? What is the meaning of self-worth and self-value? So, what this is saying is that self-worth oh yeah, you got to. You got to, Queen, because there are many people out there that hates themselves, you know? Yeah. So you will notice that as I go through this research here, there's going to be an interchanging of self-worth and self-value being used together. Self-worth and self-value are two related terms that are often used interchangeable. Having a sense of self-worth means that you value yourself, and having a sense of self-value means you are worthy. The difference between the two are minimal enough that both terms can be used to describe the same general concept. However, we'll provide both definitions so you can see where they differ. Self-worth is defined by Merriam-Webster as a feeling that you are a good person who deserves to be treated with respect. On the other hand, self-value is more behavioral and than emotional, more than how you act towards what you value, including yourself, than how you feel about yourself compared to others. So, what I would like to point out here, and for that, this was the reason I wanted to work this morning with this this research, and this is a science-based research. I am sure that you will probably agree with what I'm going to say, and if you don't agree, that's all right too. But I have learned over the years that many people, when they use the term self-worth, they are thinking of how much they charge for their services. So it is always intertwined in the money concept. So I want you to pay keen attention to what the researcher is saying here. And this way, we will be able to leave this discussion with a broader concept on self-worth. Self-worth versus self-esteem. Similarly, there is not a huge difference between self-worth and self-esteem, especially for those who are not professionals in the field of psychology. In fact, the first definition of self-worth on the Merriam-Webster Dictionary website is simple self-esteem. Similarly, the World Book Dictionary defines self-esteem is thinking well of oneself, self-respect, while self-worth is defined as a favorable estimated or opinion of oneself, self-esteem. Clearly, many of these terms are used to talk about the same ideas, but for those deeply immersed in these concepts, there is a slight difference. Dr. Christina Hebert explains it this way. Self-esteem is what we think and feel and believe about ourselves. Self-worth is recognizing a greater than all of those things. It is a deep knowing that I am of value, that I am lovable, necessary to those life, and the incomprehensive worth. You see what I'm saying? So, this is why I'm excited about this, because of the science-based facts that we are seeing here. So, by all means, we will be coming out of this discussion with a broader view. Self-worth versus self-confidence. In the same vein, there are subtle but significant difference between self-worth and self-confidence. Self-confidence is not an overall evaluation of yourself, but a feeling of confidence and competence in more specific areas. For example, you could have a high amount of self-worth but low self-confidence when it comes to extreme sports, certain subjects in school, or your ability to speak a new language. It is not necessary to have a high sense of self-confidence in every area of your life. There are naturally some things that you will simply not be very good at, and other things in which you will excel. The important thing is that you have self-confidence in the activities in your life that matters to you, and a high sense of self-worth overall. We will explore further in the science of self-acceptance. The psychology of self-worth. In psychology, the concept of self-worth may be a less popular research topic than self-esteem or self-confidence, but that doesn't mean it's less important. Self-worth is at the core of our very self. Our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are intimately tied into how we view our worthiness and value as human beings. What is the self-worth theory. The self-worth theory posts that an individual's main priority in life is to find self-acceptance. And that self-acceptance is often found through achievement. And that quote it's from Covington and Berry of 1976. In terms, achievement is often found through competition with others. Thus, the logic conclusion is that competing with others can help us feel like we have impressive achievements under our belt, which then makes us feel proud of ourselves and enhances our acceptance of ourselves. The theory holds that there are four main elements of the self-worth model. Number one on the self-worth model is ability. Number two is effort. Number three is performance. Number four is self-worth. The first three interact with each other to determine one's level of self-worth. One's ability and effort predictably have a big impact on their performance. And all three contribute to one's feeling of worth and value. While this theory represents a good understanding of self-worth as we tend to experience it, it is unfortunate that we place so much emphasis on our achievements. Aside from competing and winning against others, there are many factors that can contribute to the sense of self-worth. The research continues. What determines self-worth? According to self-worth theory, self-worth is determined mostly by our self-evaluation, abilities, and our performance in one more activity than we deem valuable. However, people commonly use other yardsticks to measure their self-worth. Here are five of the top factors that people use to measure and compare their own self-worth to that of others. Number one, and I know everyone listening can relate to this. Appearance, whether measured by the number on the scale, the size of the clothing worn, or the kind of attention by others. We as speakers can relate to that. I always when I'm looking over the evaluations after a keynote presentation. And it always tickles me when repeatedly, before people would mention about the content they got from the keynote presentation, they would be talking about my attire, the jewelry, and everything. So I guess this is just a human thing. Net worth, this can mean income, material position, financial assets, and all of the above. We often have heard it said, the size of our net worth will be dependent on the size of our network. And here in this research where we are talking about self-worth, we are getting some of those same concepts. Who you know, your social circle. Some people judge their own value and the value of others by their status and what important, influential people they know. Yeah, we know that. We are right now on social media. We know that. How many people will go for, oh, I got to track down the influencers? And they will spend their last dime to invest in what an influencer is doing versus connect with who I call an ordinary person and to build a meaningful relationship. Guys, you need to remove the veil from your eyes. What you do, your career, we often judge others by what they do. For example, a stockbroker is often considered more successful and valuable than a janitor and a teacher or a teacher. What you achieve, as noted earlier, we frequently use achievement to determine someone's worth, whether it is our own worth or someone else's, such as success in business, scores of the SAT or placement in a marathon or other athletic challenge. Author Stephanie Jade Wong is on a mission to correct misunderstandings and misperceptions about self-worth. Instead of listing all of the factors that go into self-worth, she outlines what does not determine your self-worth or what should not determine your self-worthiness. Your to-do list, achieving goals, is great, and it feels wonderful to cross off things on your to-do list, but it doesn't have a direct relationship with your worth as a human. Your job, it doesn't matter what you do. What matters is what you do, is that you do it well and that it fulfills you. That's why we talk about connecting with our why and our soul purpose. Your social media following is it, it also doesn't matter how many people think you are worthy of a follow or a retweet. It can be enlightening and healthy to consider this perspective of others, but their opinions have no impact on our innate value. Your age, you aren't too late, too young, or too old for anything. Your age is simply a number and does not factor into your value as a human being. And I'm going to take this opportunity here. There are times when people will show up in my broadcast and say, oh, you are too old to be doing this and you are too old to be that. And I just unapologetically block them because they are coming to limit what I can do. And they are not looking with the wealth of knowledge and wisdom that I come with. So what I do, I continue serving those who can accept what I am bringing. Other people, as noted above, it doesn't matter what other people think or what other people have done or accomplished. Your personal satisfaction and fulfillment are much more than what others are thinking and saying and doing. How often, no, wrong one. How far you can run. Your mile run time is one of the least important factors for your self-worth or anything else for that matter. If you enjoy running and feel fulfilled by improving your time, good for you. If not, good for you. Your ability to run doesn't determine your self-worth. Your grades, we will all have different strengths and weaknesses. And some of us are simply not cut out for class. This has no bearing or value on you as people. And a straight A student is just as valuable and worthy as a straight F student or a dropout. The number of friends you have, your value as a human being is absolutely nothing to do with how many friends or connections you have. The quality of relationship is what is really important. Ain't that the truth? This is why I tell you, on my social media platforms, I follow people and I go back and I see that they are not following the amount that the certain platform give them. And if I see that they are just not building the relationships and interact back with me because they think they are influencers, I unfollow them. I unsubscribe, because for me, it's relationships. And this is why I tell all of the people on my platforms, your friends and family members. We might not be biological family, but if you take the time to comment on one of my posts, leave a feedback, and interact with me, that means volume to me. It speaks value. And that's the type of person I want to have as part of my network. And I can add value to what you're doing as well. If you are just joining, oh, it's time for the water therapy. If you are just joining, we are talking about we are talking about self-worth. And I want to thank, I'm not sure who gave me that topic, but I want to thank you for submitting that topic. And I am glad that I did not teach it my normal way that I found this research, because I don't know about you, but I am learning a lot from this research. Please get your water. Bless your water. What does it you desire your water to do for you? Speak to your waters. Supercharge it. Are you looking for healing? Are you looking for flexibility, mobility, clarity? Whatever it is you want from your water, please supercharge your water now. And I will wait on the people on TikTok to put ready, and then we will drink. I ask that this water will go through my entire body. It will supercharge my organs. And if there's anything lurking in my body that does not belong there, I ask that this water will flush it out. Enhance my spiritual feeling, my spiritual hearing and seeing, my joints, my muscles, each and every organ in my body. I ask that this water will go and there it will supercharge the performance. And let us drink. I see one ready. Anybody else over on TikTok ready? Let us drink. Just bless your water and drink. If you are starting it for the first time, you do not need to be on the live with me. You can do it in the privacy of your home each and every day. But let it be a part of what you do. You will be happy you did it. Let's drink. It's finished. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue with self-worth. Let's continue with self-worth. And remember, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can catch all of the other content that I put out, I can assure you that it will be worth your time. Also, subscribe to my newsletter by visiting my website, daphne.clarke.com. All right, so we will continue a little further in all right, we are continuing the conversation on self-worth. Your relationship status, whether flying solo, casually dating, or in a committed relationship, your value is exactly the same. Your relationship doesn't doesn't alter your self-worth. The money or lack thereof in the bank, if you have enough money to physically survive, which can in fact be $0, then you have already achieved your maximum amount of worth you can get from money. It's zero. Your likes are, it doesn't matter if you have good taste or not. Your friends and acquaintances think you are sophisticated, or if you have an eye for fine things, your worth is the same either way. I know that probably hit a chord for some bougie folks, right? All the people who think that if you're not wearing designer stuff, and you know, and the marketing and branding people, when you work with them, they're always telling you that, you know, what the people you're trying to attract, what designer they go with, what this they go with, that, you know. So we are all being misled, and this is why some people are confused about their self-worth, because they have it all wrapped up in other things. Anything or anyone but yourself. Here to get to the heart of the matter, you are the only one who determines your self-worth. If you believe you are worthy and valuable, you are worthy and valuable. Even if you don't believe you are worthy and valuable, guess what? Still, you are still worthy and valuable. We have a few more minutes. So, remind me that I say I will share with you where you find this research. And I'm going to put it in the comments on Facebook. And the moderators, when I read it, you can type it over there on TikTok. It's positivepsychology.com. Positivepsychology.com. Let me go ahead and type it over there, Facebook. Because this is positive. positivepsychology.com is where you can find this research. So I type it over on Facebook so you guys can find the research and utilize the rest of the information there. And over on TikTok, when I come over there, I will type it if my moderators are not there. And I want to tie up with examples of healthy self-worth. Examples of healthy self-worth. You might be thinking, okay, I know what does and what doesn't, and shouldn't determine self-worth. But what does healthy self-worth really looks like? Given what we know about the deterrence of self-worth, let's read through a few examples. Bill is a great student. He gets mostly B's and C's. Even when he spends a great deal of time studying. He didn't get a great score on his SAT, and he is an average reader and struggling writer, and nobody's idea and a struggling writer and nobody's idea of a mathematician. Even though Bill wishes he had better grades, he still feels pretty good about himself. He knows that grades aren't everything and that he just has valuable, he's just as valuable as a person with straight A. Friends, Bill has a high sense of self-worth and a realistic view of himself and his abilities. Next, let's consider Amy. Amy has a wide variety of interests, including marathons, attending book club, playing weekly trivia with her friends, and meeting new people. Amy is not particularly good at running and has never placed in a marathon. She's a slow reader and frequently misses the symbolism and themes of her fellow book club members. Pick up one. She only answers about 10% of the trivia questions correctly and lean on her friends' knowledge quite often. Finally, she loves to talk to new people, but sometimes she gets blown off and ignored. Despite all of this, she still believes that she is worthy and valuable. She knows that her worth as a human is not dependent on the ability to run, read, play trivia, or make new friends. Whether she is great, terrible, or somewhere in between, at each of these vast range of chosen activities, she's known she is still worthy of happiness, fulfillment, and love. Finally, considering Finally, consider the case of Marcus. Marcus is an excellent salesman and frequently outsells most of the other people in his company. But one co-worker seems to be always be just a bit ahead of him. He is also an avid squash player, frequently competes in tournaments. Sometimes he is getting first and second place, but usually he doesn't place at all. Even though he is not the best at his job or at his favorite hobby, Marcus still feels that he's valuable. He thinks he is a smart, talented, and successful. Even though he is not the smartest, most talented, and most successful, and he's okay with that. Bill, Amy, and Marcus all have healthy levels of self-worth. They have varied levels of abilities and talents, and they get a wide range of results from their efforts. But they all understand that what they do is not who they are, no matter what they win inwards or garner accolades for their performance or not. They still have the same high opinion of their value as a person. And I hope that this has helped you this morning. Again, you can finish consuming this research by going to positivepsychology.com. This is where you will find this self-worth and how to increase it. I hope that you understand more about who you are and what makes you maintain a high self-worth value. You see, it has nothing to do with your accolades. It has nothing to do with your 6-figure or 7-figure income. It has nothing to do with whether you're a straight A or straight F student. Those are man-made category to qualify us and put us in different boxes. So I want you to continue looking at this. Check the research out so you can rest your heart assured that you are as valuable as the next person. It has nothing to do with all of the different labels and the accolades. Not the car you drive, not the clothes you wear, not the shoes, not the furniture, not any of those stuff. You and I are as valuable as the person you see, the wino you see on the street. Our self-worth is not dependent on what we accumulate. So again, I want to thank whomever asked me to speak on this self-worth topic this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please go to positivepsychology.com and to get the information there. You probably want to download it and keep the information Hey, Grand Rising, Vera. How are you? How are you, Queen? It's good to see you there. Thank you for stopping by, Queen. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. So, guys, if you have not yet already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and let us continue. I am wonderful, Verna, wonderful Queen, wonderful. It's good to see you, good to see you. And let us continue. I am grateful to be here. Thank you, Queen. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can catch the whole presentation and all of the other content. So, guys, again, let's do the work. Let us stay focused. Do not get confused. Do not base your self-worth on what others are telling you. We are all worthy. We are all worthy. Let us not forget that. And again, listen, I have opened up my calendar because I would like to speak with each and every one of you. Yes, those of you who have never worked with me before. I'm on a new design. I'm on a new divine assignment. And I'm extending an invitation to you to please text me so I can get on the phone with you. You probably just want an intuitive reading. You probably want some coaching. You probably want to mentor. Whatever it is you want, so long as it has to do with your why and soul purpose. I'm an intuitive coach, consultant, mentor. I can work with you to connect with your inner blueprint for success. So don't hesitate. Do not delay. Text me. My book is open today. I'm waiting on some folks to confirm. So I have nobody on my books today. So you want to talk with me? You want to get an intuitive reading? I work in increments of 30, 45, and 60-minute intervals. If you want more time than that, we can talk about that. But right now, that's the designs I have set up. So please text me. Let me hear from you. I want to work with you. I want to help you to identify where you have been dodging and hiding from. Again, I'm Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson, your why and soul purpose coach and consultant. So I thank you so much for coming in. Miss Vera, thanks for coming. It's a pleasure seeing you over there, Queen. Hope I get to talk to you soon again. And listen, guys, stay focused. Remember, your self-worth has absolutely nothing to do with all of those other things you have been hearing throughout your lifetime. Stay blessed. Keep your notifications on. because I will be going live again during the course of the day. Oh, today's Thursday. Today's officially my night broadcast on TikTok. So love you guys. Yes, I will be contacting you real soon. Thank you, Miss Rira. Love you guys. Stay blessed and have a fabulous, fabulous day. I will see you soon. Bye now.